Hello guys, welcome to this weekly recap with me, Kevin, your golden option forex mentor. So for the past week of trading from Sunday, December 1st till Friday the 6th, we had 6 opportunities and plus a one additional, so a seventh one that was actually this trade that you can see on Euro US that it's from the previous week, so 2 weeks ago, and that I talked in the previous video. So in the last week of November's video, and as you can see right here, so what happened, we got many things to talk about in here. So we had this big consolidation in the form of a triangle into which price was stuck. So you can see this big impulsive move, corrective, and then we were waiting just for a certain point, a breakout either above or below. And as you can see right here, we entered. So we entered. Why? Because it was the third touch and we expected the bounce of this support, diagonal support trend line. So first touch, second touch, and third touch right here. And as you can see, it broke below, then it just vogued like into some kind of a consolidation wave. So it was just voguing like this on the sideways. So we got into the negative, then to break even, a bit of profits in here, into the negative, like about 50% near our TP, then back to here almost to break even, then to negative, then right here to profits, the biggest that we've had. And then just like voguing like this, but at a certain point we just called the exit at break even. So it was mentioned, I guess, into the Go VIP signals group, and we wouldn't have done this. We still would have get this 65 pips right here, but still no rush, no stress. It's part of the game, and we judged it more appropriate to just exit at break even. But look at what could have happened then. So break even right here on Euro US. GBPAUD, so our first opportunity of the week. So as you can see right here, naked charts, literally very beautiful and accurate still. So you can see from this moment in here, so November 7th, this big uptrend. So H4 right here that we're talking about, and some key level trend lines. So this trend line acting as support right here, if you see it as a zone support, breakout, retest resistance right here with the wick, and just so on and so forth. Support right here, and no, not resistance in here. It's actually the other. Oh no, yeah, resistance in here. But actually, this trend line too. It was just a key level trend line. So resistance, 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 breakout, support, breakout below, and some resistance in here, and then breakout in this big impulsive movement, continuing the bullish move. So you can see this consolidation in here, but we found our entry right here. So after this consolidation that you can see clearly, like in some sort of a rectangle right here, right? But we had this triangle too that you can see in here with this key level trend line and other key level trend line. So what happened? Price was consolidating. Either you see it into the triangle or the rectangle that I made, and then you can see that right here was the highest high, and at this moment we had a breakout, big with big momentum, big volatility, big impulsion, and we were expecting, of course, of a correction. And for more precision, with our fibs from previous low to the previous high, we expected the 61.8 right here. So it did once, and I guess we missed this entry, and then it just came back to the previous high right here, and then it retested right here once again. So we had many confluences right here. So this kilo trend line right here, we expected that it didn't cross below, but it did. Still, that's how we proceeded. And then this other kilo trend line. So you see some kind of confluence around in here, around here. You see a lot of confluences between the lines and the fibs. So we found our entry right here, and unfortunately we got stopped out in here, but only that we had moved this just a bit below, so maybe at the 113 uh, fibs right here, we would have been near the stop loss and just almost to the take profit. But still, it's part of the game, guys, and that's why you have to stick to your rules. And either you win or lose, you're not supposed to feel happy nor sad about it. So just a regular trade happens. Right here, CADJPY. It's been a long time since we traded that pair. Once again, naked chart, but still very accurate. As you can see, we exited on point right here at the 80 pips in profit, because you can see that from this moment that we had the highest high in a while. So, and that happened on October 28th. You can see below right here, October 28th in here, and you can see from this moment a downtrend until this point where so this was like the highest high, the lower high, another lower high, so lower compared to the previous right here. So this was the lower high, and if it would have continued this trend, it just would make another lower high, but it didn't, just broke above, making a higher high. So a reversal in here. So after you can see this same trend line right here and this one below. So from way further, so this trend line right here. So this was the first touch, second touch. First touch happened on August 26th, second touch October 3rd, and after the third touch you can see right here that this diagonal support, it held, and the third touch occasioned the third bounce occasioned this movement right here where we saw our breakout. So after the breakout, of course, we were expecting for a correction, as we always do. So same principles, same principles and way of proceeding every single time. So breakout, we were expecting for retracement, where so near the trend line, trend line was broken, acted as resistance, now support, but with our fibs for more precision. So from previous high to the previous low, my mistake, to the previous high, because we're in an uptrend right now due to the higher high. We got this higher low as compared to this one here, right here. So it rejected the 78.6 institutional level right here, but we entered right here at the just a bit above the 61.8 right here at this trend line cross with the one below right here. So the support and the resistance trend line right here. So we entered. We vogued a bit into the negative zone, but still got back fast and exited 80 pips into profit for CADJPY. GBPUSD, don't even need to go on full screen. You can see naked charts once again, but really accurate. So you can see this important resistance in here, because you can see that price hasn't gone above since a while. So the first time it was retested was on right here on October 17th. If you see it as a zone, once again on 4 days later, and at this point that's where we had our breakout above, but because it it bounced on it previously, and I guess fundamentals aligned, of course, with this, we just put a pending order to just catch some pips right here, at least till after this consolidation in triangle was broken. Maybe aim right here at the beginning of it, so breakout and retest of the trend line right here and in confluence right here. But it didn't. It just like we entered, it vogued it just a bit, about 17 pips only. Yeah, about 17 pips, and then a big bullish candle continuing the trend. So no worries right here, 60 pips into negative, but it happens. Right here, 2 trades. So this is the first trade. I'm going to unveil the second one. So Euro AUD, what you can see right here, once again this big support and resistance. So support, 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 support right here, major support as you can see. Breakout, and of course we waited for a retest, and with our fibs, and since we're in a downtrend and the price is stuck within this descending channel, so we take the previous impulsion from previous high to the previous low, 61.8 right here, sniper entry, and we got about right here with the wick, counting the wick, about 85% near our take profit. Then price just came into the negative to make a, right here as you can see, a double top, right? Didn't cross above, so the downtrend was still valid, and as you can see from this moment, it simply went down to take our TP at 60 pips. So it's 60 pips, and it was really nice. So at the same time, it was within this downside um, channel. It was okay, the first touch, second touch, and the third touch. So 3 touches, rejection, the bounce was confirmed, another confluence, and you can see even this 50 EMA. So the one in red, the 50 EMA, the one in red right here, acting as dynamic resistance. So many confluences as you can see, and 60 pips caught in here. Let me reveal the second trade that we got in here. So yeah, so just cleaning this and this first fib from the previous impulsion, we got 60 pips, and you can see right here that when price went into the negative, as you can see right here, but still when it made it this high, it wasn't a higher high, it was the double top. So talking about market structure, it was still valid that we were in a downtrend, and it was simply a bigger correction of this bigger impulsion. So this was the last impulsion, but this correction, since it's not, I repeat, a change of trend, it's not a reversal, it just did the double top. So this bigger correction was the product of this impulsion. So this impulsion and this correction belong to here. So of course that's where you drag once again your fibs and you put it on the bigger impulsion. So from previous high to the previous low, and as you can see, 61.8, just a bit above. So in between right here, the 78.6 and 61.8 right here, institutional zone or reversal zone. It's not a precise way to, it's not like a official way to call it, but you can notice as here, because institutions take a lot of importance in here. So once again, it did after we collected some profits in here with price action breaking the downside channel and correcting on it. So 60 pips right here. It did once again this move on the upside, but to make a triple top, so top, 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 it didn't break above. So third touch of this supply and demand zone, plus once again 78.6, 61.8 zone, and you can see a close and reverse. So another candlestick pattern that we don't cover often. So have this bullish candle and this bearish candle that's still like the same size. So it's called the close and reverse, and it's a reversal candlestick. So another confirmation, many confluences once again in here, and you can see price going from this moment on till our TP at 80 pips. So 60 plus 80, really nice trades on Euro AUD, and lastly on GBPAUD, we got out at break even. So what a chance, because look at the further result. So what happened in here? Once again, naked chart and precise analysis. Sorry, we had this resistance. Yeah, resistance once again acting in here. This support resistance. So resistance, of course, support. You already know the story, and resistance, support, and so on and so forth. But we had this double top. So from this double top, we return all the way to this low. So you can see that this is a bigger consolidation in here. You see, so we have a bigger consolidation right there, and the breakout was executed right here above, then like here and like here, as you can see, double top as I mentioned, and all the way back to this strong support. So from here we were in a downtrend, we agree, but this was actually the last lower high. So we had the high, lower high, and lower high, and price broke above this lower high, came to correct near it, look left always. So it was broken, and now it corrected on it as a support, plus with our fibs we had from previous high to the previous low 61.8. But before we saw this right here actually, so we were just expecting maybe a deeper correction of this movement as in the previous chart. So not actually correcting this move right here, just a bit, like 61.8 around here, but we were expecting a correction of here, of course, but signifying the correction of this bigger impulsive move. I hope you got this. And it didn't happen, so you can see price closing in here, so testing the 200 MA in blue and even the 50 MA in red, and we got a bit into the positive, so all the way to 38.2 right here, but you can see a big rejection and here, and then we vogued a bit into the positive, and then we simply returned to break even. So we already had the instruction to close at break even in here, so break even, because as you can see, and I mentioned, this was the previous lower high, and if we had continued in this trend, we were expecting the next lower high, but it actually broke above this lower high and made the higher high and the higher low as compared to here. So you can see this whole movement on the upside. So break even in here. And so for this week, a profitable week once again. So USD a break even, GA minus 110 pips, CADJPY 80 pips, GBPUSD minus 60 pips, Euro AUD plus 60 pips and 80 pips right here, and break even on GA for a total of 50 pips. So if you guys want to copy this quality trading, as usual, you can visit our official website at goldenoptiontrader.com, enter your email to stay updated for our latest announcements, services, products, and giveaways that we occasionally do. And you can also follow us on Instagram at Golden Option Trading with 61.5K, which is our main account, the English content account, and at Golden Option with 19.4K followers, which is the French account. So I hope you had an amazing week, guys, and I hope you have a great and safe week ahead with many fundamentals that are going to kick in. So stay safe, guys, and enjoy your week of trading. I'll see you.